Ronaldo did not take his chances, right? That is what happened in the last game against Real Sociedad. He got a very welcome start on the pitch, but he never went ahead and made the most out of it. While we got news that if we heard from a lot of pundits, we heard from a lot of fans, we heard from a lot of players, former players, that if Rashford would have been on the pitch, the game would have been different. We would have won. There would have been more pace. The defenders don't fear Cristiano anymore, and everything. All the news, all the insights, all the comparisons after this intro. Hit it. Welcome back to Humble Discussions, and I will give you all the insights of where the situation of Cristiano Ronaldo and Marcus Rashford, because the two main strikers that we have who are not injured, right? For Man United, they are not injured. Martial is injured, so I'm here to provide you insights as to what to expect and what to not. Firstly, there are a few things that we need to get out of the way. There are contract extensions that Man United need to make, and they have a 1 year add-on right now. So the contract extensions right now are from Diego Dalot. Very important. United should go ahead and make that deal really on priority. David De Gea, I'm not sure of what United are planning to do with him, but I'm hoping he'll stay with us for at least a couple more years. Luke Shaw, I don't know, we do not have a proper replacement for a left back if Luke Shaw departs, right? So if Malacia is playing all games, we cannot expect that to happen all the time, right? Fred, let him go. Just let him go. I do not want a contract extension. I do not want to see him playing, because he's one player who has certainly not improved even a bit, and I feel sorry for him, and I feel really upset with the fact that United are still trying to pursue something with him. I don't know, he just needs to go. Marcus Rashford, why not? If he has the same confidence that he has now, if he's playing with the same amount of resilience, the aura, the persistence, then go ahead, give him whatever you want, make him your main man, give him a contract, and go ahead and finalize it as soon as possible. Maybe maybe make it second priority after Diego Dalot and Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, he has an option for an add-on year after this entire year. There are news that he might depart in January, but again, with Ronaldo, you always have news. You cannot just deny any kind of media speculation, because everything and anything can affect and will create a news around Cristiano Ronaldo. So these are the 6 contract extensions that United are currently in the line to make or not make. But yeah, that's about it. And now about Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, great player, always been a fan. The last couple of years, barring this year, first couple of games as well from this year, he was not good. He was not good at all. He was not playing as good as he's supposed to, or he was just running around. He was like a blind man trying to cross a road. He was not even up to the standards of proper Premier League football, and he got the stick for it. There were chants in the Old Trafford that you're not fit to wear the shirt. Plus, he was getting a lot of stick for just doing charity work, which is great stuff that he's doing. Primarily, he's a football player right now. He hasn't retired from football, so his main occupation, whatever it might be, is football. Like whatever other things he might do, it's still football, right? So he was not doing good in the past couple of years, though his charity and everything else is completely amazing. He, after the first couple of games, he came back as a different player. HAG reformed him, and everything that happened behind the scenes is visible in front of our screens as well. And he was doing insanely well. He was doing great, right? We all enjoyed watching him. We all enjoyed his goals. We all enjoyed his runs. But there are certain aspects that are still lacking. The aspects being, is he fit enough to be the only center forward in the team? Is he fit enough to play as a center forward for 90 minutes straight? Don't get me wrong, he's fit enough to play 90 minutes straight, but as a center forward, that's the question that arises. Is he fit enough to be fit enough to replicate what he's doing for the entire season? These are the questions, right, that arises. Consistency matters. We have seen in the past that he's not consistent. So that is out of the charts. He might get back to his great form right now and become consistent, but as of the recent history that we have, he's not consistent, right? Does he have quality? Absolutely yes. Amongst the best. I rate him amongst the best of the best right now, and I have always rated him for that. And he's always been on top of my books. Great quality. The quality that he possesses is unnatural, and he's excellently gifted, and he's, I think, one of the best footballers if he wants to be. That is, if he wants to be, right? Again, his comparisons with Ronaldo. Does Ronaldo has Ronaldo's skill set or abilities decreased a bit? No. Has Ronaldo's game decreased a bit? Yes. Maybe. Is he still fit enough to be a number 9 for United? Yes. Do we want to have Ronaldo get more chances for United? Yes, absolutely yes. Why not? Because if one game cannot define Rashford, one game cannot define Ronaldo. One proper start cannot define the fate of Ronaldo. And we have seen it in the past how he can come back and how he can bounce back and just silence the critic. There was I remember a game against Celta Vigo. I don't remember when he was for Real Madrid. He was getting booed by the fans for doing nothing for the first 40-45 minutes. Coming back next half, scoring a second half hat trick and silencing the crowd. He was booed by his own fans. So never count out Ronaldo. When the chips are down, he'll rise. He has always done that. Of course, with the age right now, it will be a question, but a question left unanswered by us will be answered by Ronaldo in the days to come, right? He has, I think the Europa League game is still on against Sheriff. So we'll do a preview of it very soon. He has a couple of games coming up as well for Portugal, where he's playing Czech Republic, I think, on the 25th, and he's playing. Who's he playing? He's playing Spain. He's playing Spain. Portugal is playing Spain on the 28th month. So he has a couple of high intensity games for his national team as well. So where he'll get, I think, more game time than he's currently getting at United. So he has his chance to redeem himself in those two games. I still believe he somehow blew his chance against Real Sociedad, where he got a couple of half chances here and there, one or two full chances, couple of half chances, where he could have at least scored one goal. I think one goal where I think his first touches were not really up to the mark. He was man marked pretty heavily, and again he did try and win the ball back and do other stuff here and there, which is kind of good, but then it doesn't really make sense, does it? So when these things happen around a player, and plus when you're under the scanner 24/7, you are destined to feel the pressure. But with Ronaldo, the things are a bit different. The things are, of course, different because he likes the pressure. He likes to rise up to occasions. Of course, last game was not one of them. Last game was a very bad example of it. But we hope he gets more chances and he tries to prove himself, because he's getting a lot of time. The team is getting a lot of rest because of the death of their monarch. And again, these things will affect the team in a positive way because there are more choices. Again, in a negative way because there might be politics that might go around in the dressing room, where there will be leaks and stuff like that. We saw news where I don't know who leaked it. I think it was in the Sun. The Sun is a completely garbage newspaper, by the way, where they say that Ronaldo wants the ball a bit early, and by the time the build-up finishes, or the build-up is reaching its climax, he's already somewhere in the mid pitch and trying to recover the ball, so he kind of destroys the entire pace of the game, which I can't even comprehend. I don't know what to say about that. So the bottom line being, Ronaldo and Rashford can work well together. If not at the same time on the pitch, then they can complement each other. We have to make best of our resources that we have, right? blaming one player, putting him under the scanner, maybe Rashford. Rashford had been under the scanner for the longest in the last couple of years. He's been thrashed all along, and he's come back and become a better player, right? And same with Ronaldo. He's been on the scanner for the last 15 years, and he's still, coming out and performing at the highest level, right? So instead of giving them the stick, I think we have to back them. And at the end of the day, it's our team. Players are the ones that we love and adore. The players are players with greatest quality, that any footballer can possess right now. The greatest finisher of all time, Ronaldo, the best of the best at this point of time. I think Marcus Rashford has everything that you need to be in a good forward, right? But just the point where I still have a doubt is where the center forward position comes in. That's it, nothing else. Everything else about him, from the left wing and everything, his runs and his kind of dribblings and stuff, they all make sense. But the center forward thing is a bit of a dilemma. So everything else about Rashford is purely world class. So when we have these players in our ranks, why just throw each and everyone under the scanner? Because at the end of the day, people will get injured, people will have to get rotated, so we'll have to rely on others. And if we are constantly throwing the other one who's not starting or who's not getting enough game time, and who's maybe kind of underperforming, right? And if putting them under the stick, and when the time comes and we call them up, you get up and go on the field, we need you, or stuff like that, and he's already down on confidence, maybe Rashford, maybe Ronaldo, it will affect their performance, right? I'm not saying that Ronaldo will care about all these comments or something, or he should. But again, as fans, we have certain duty towards the players, and I think we should, really respect that duty and follow it with all our heart and pride. So that's it about the Ronaldo Rashford saga and what we can expect of the games that are coming our way in the next couple of weeks. There is a small break for the club football, but we'll still have international football. I'm not sure if Rashford will get a proper call up, but if he does, great for him. Why not? He deserves it. And I hope we get to see both our strikers playing at the peak of the game, at least for this season, and then we see how it goes and how the contract extensions work. So this is me from this video, and this is all the news that I have on the Ronaldo Rashford resort. Me signing out.
Know the story of your life.